Hi there, I'm David Letterman, and welcome to the show. I guess most of you watching at home are probably watching on television. You know, it's an interesting thing about watching a television show. Do you really think you're watching a show that you want to watch when you're watching a show? No. No, you're not watching a show you want to watch. You're watching a show that some high-powered television executive wants you to watch. Well, all of that is going to change tonight because we are going to have our fine studio audience vote on what they would like to see on this television program. Yes, that's right. Through their applause, measured on this ultra-sensitive piece of equipment, we are going to construct America's first custom-made television program. For example, category number 1, voting now with your applause. What would you like to see me wear on tonight's program? A gray double-breasted jacket. Okay, the ultra-sensitive piece of equipment registering not much. Selection B, a blue double-breasted jacket. A little better. C, what I wore to work today. All right. Thank you. That, by the way, is what I'm wearing right here. All right. Category number 2, instead of our fine band playing the regular theme at the beginning of our show tonight, would you like to have them play Laura's theme from the motion picture Dr. Zhivago? Or B, the equally moving theme from Gilligan's Island? All right. Doing a lot of important work here tonight, aren't we? Yes, sir. All right, number 3, instead of showing the regular opening montage of New York City street scenes, would you like us to show tonight a montage depicting America, this beautiful country of ours? Or B, photo highlights of Bill Wendell's vacation? All right. Now, we have one more category to vote on before we begin the show, and then we'll get things rolling. Who would you like to hear do the opening announce for the show tonight? Our announcer, Bill Wendell? Or B, the first person I can find in the hallway? All right, Bill. Hang on. Do you have the copy for the opening, Bill? All right, I'll be right back. We need the first person we can find. The first person... this guy. Excuse me. Come here a second. Hi, what's your name? Bob, you got a second?
I guess so.
We need somebody to open the show here. Just walk this way. You're a page here, is that correct?
No, not quite.
What are you?
Traffic coordinator.
Traffic coordinator. Dressed like a page. Well, it's kind of... all right, Bob, this is Bill Wendell, our announcer. Bill, just give him the copy.
Okay,
put that in your ear. And, boil that before you put it in there. Okay, here now, summarizing the clothing. I get to dress the way I am here, the way I came to work. Our opening theme now will be Gilligan's Island music. The opening photo montage will be highlights from Bill Wendell's vacation. Our announcer is not Bill Wendell, but the first guy we could find in the hall. And by the way, let me point something out. This man is not a page. All right. Are you all set, sir?
I'm set.
You all set? You folks ready? All right. Let's begin our custom-made show.
From New York City, the city that invites you to quit your job and come here to hang out. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, the custom-made show, where you, the audience, decide what's on the show with actress Teri Garr and sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer. And now, a man who bet everything he owns that if Saturn had won a war with Jupiter, Saturn would win. But soon we'll get the bitter victory. David Letterman!
Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. Welcome to the program. My name is David Letterman, and briefly, once again, tonight, this is our custom-made show. This is not the kind of show you can walk into any store and buy off the rack. No, sir. This one is being hand-tailored to the wishes and whims of our fine studio audience, and personally, I couldn't be happier. All right, now, opening a joke. So you have a choice here, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like to hear a joke about cab drivers in New York City? I don't feel your heart's in it. Or how about Secretary of State George Shultz? I kind of had a hunch it would be. All right, here is our joke about Secretary of State George Shultz. He now says that we should let Grenada serve as a lesson to everyone that the United States government will go anywhere to protect Americans who cannot get into regular medical school. On this program tonight, you're going to meet, lovely and talented Teri Garr will be with us this evening. Also, the lovely and talented Dr. Ruth Westheimer will be on this show. No, we were not voting on their relative loveliness and talents. Now, say hello to our good friend, you know him, you love him, Mr. Paul Schaefer. Paul.
David, thank you so much. You look just fabulous. I just want to say this, in the spirit of the custom-made show, I will do anything that any woman in the audience wants me to do after the show. So that's going to be my contribution.
That's darn nice of you, Paul.
Okay.
Nice to see you. How's everything?
Everything is good. I'm looking forward to seeing what
got a great
happens.
show here.
Yeah, what happens. And of course,
Steve,
the audience.
Nice to see you, Steve Jordan, our drummer, with us.
How about Steve's new haircut?
Is that a new haircut,
Do we have
Steve?
enough time to dwell on it for a minute? It's flat on the top.
Did the audience vote on that one also? No, it's a nice-looking haircut. Okay, we got plenty of work here to do, ladies and gentlemen. Your voting is not yet finished. For tonight, instead of our regular New York City backdrop, which you see every night, would you like to see a backdrop of the Windy City, Chicago at night? Please, ladies and gentlemen, no whistling. This thing is so sensitively calibrated. All right, B, a woodland scene backdrop. Or C, a huge blow-up of the inside of Bob Rooney's mouth. I have a feeling we're all going to be deeply sorry. All right, bring in the huge blow-up. Oh, my God. Okay, well, that's being put into place. Also tonight, when a pencil is thrown through the window, instead of using the normal crashing of glass sound effect, should we use the sound of two large dogs fighting? The sound of one large dog and one small dog fighting? Or the sound of sizzling bacon? Is that close? What was that? Sizzling bacon. Sizzling bacon, you got it. All right. Moving on now for tonight's, oh my God. Paul, give me that giant tube of Banaka, will you? For tonight's show, should the interviews be conducted using our regular desk and chairs? All right. How about B, no desk and a set of lawn chairs? Okay. No desk, but the set of lawn chairs. So if you guys can come on in here and just do what you need to do. And we have a fine show. Dr. Ruth will be here, also Teri Garr. And when we come back from commercial, we're going to decide, let you folks decide, who would you... Oh, certainly, I'm sorry. Are you guys with the show? So we're going to let you decide through your vote who you would like to have as our first guest, either lovely Teri Garr or lovely Dr. Ruth Westheimer. So all of the... Oh, this is shaping up just great, isn't it? This is like the garden department at Lamston's, isn't it? Okay, we're going to pause for a commercial. We'll be right back to vote on who gets to be our first guest. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's sinfully luxurious down here. I wish each and every one of you could share this moment. What do you think, Paul? Is this all right?
It's fabulous. It's like a garden party, you know?
It is a little bit. I was on the train again last night. Everybody I run into asks me to give you their best. You're very popular on the train, Paul.
Thank you so much. And isn't it? And how are you doing on the train?
Well, it's all right. It was very crowded last night, and I was sitting next to one of these guys. Every few miles, every 4 or 5 miles, the guy would do this.
Nice. That is a nice move, I think.
Yeah, that's no good. But it's
well.
So we're going to have to run him down to the lab. Okay, we have some more. We have more selections. Gee, and you know, I don't feel stupid. We may have to have another vote on that, by the way. Okay, tonight, what do you think? We have two wonderful guests, equally fine humans in their own right. Would you like to see as our first guest tonight the lovely and talented fine actress nominated for an Academy Award, Dr. Ruth Westheimer? No. Miss Teri Garr. All right, or our other fine guest tonight has her own radio show here in New York City and other fine cities across the United States and Europe as well, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. All right, what is it? Dr. Ruth will be our first guest, folks. Well, bless. Probably seen the last of Terry. Well, okay, Dr. Ruth will be our first guest. Let me get the information here. She is the author of Dr. Ruth's Guide to Good Sex and host of her own radio show called Sexually Speaking. She has been recently inducted into the New York Academy of Medicine, and we're delighted that she could be here with us tonight. Please welcome Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Hi, Dr. Ruth. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Now, how was Terry upset about not being selected to come out first?
No, but for me, I think that's very funny. With an Academy Award nominee, I think that's terrific.
Oh, I see, yeah.
No, I consoled her. She's
good.
and I'm going to watch her in the back later.
You think she will show up?
Oh, yes.
Now, you get the radio show not only here in New York City, where else is it?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
A whole hour over satellite from New York to Los Angeles.
Is it done the same day you do the show here in New York?
And 5 minutes each week to Luxembourg
Uh-huh.
in German. So all of Europe now hears about sex.
Now, wait a minute.
And 5 minutes in Israel.
Now, what kind of things do you talk about on the show that goes from Luxembourg to the rest of Europe?
Same things.
Same things you do here in the United States?
That's right. They have the same problems, David.
Oh, I guess
They have the same problems. They ask me about personal relationship questions, and they do ask me about sexual questions.
Do you take phone calls?
They have already enough questions. The way you collected them, they have enough until the year 2050, they told me. So they sent me a...
Wait a minute.
That's what they told me. And what they're doing is they give me one question per week. And then I answer it.
One question a week, and you got enough until the end of the century?
That's right.
Oh,
So I hope you'll be around too, so that we can discuss it.
So you only answer one question on
yes,
each show?
yes.
Yeah. Now, what's the common question you get in Europe, in Germany, for
Same
example?
type of
What's on the
questions.
minds of the Germans?
About sexual functioning and how to become better lovers, and how for women to have orgasms, and how men not to be premature ejaculators. Exactly the same type of questions.
Same stuff. Yeah. How is your book doing? I know you have a book.
It's doing well. Guess what?
What?
That's interesting because it has now been translated to German. It's being translated into Japanese, French, and Turkish.
Wow.
Which is really terrific because it shows, seriously speaking, it does show that sex is a concern of everybody, of Arabs, of Jews, of everybody in this world, even on the David Letterman show. And it's doing nicely.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
the
that's-
other thing is that I might have a television program, but it's on another channel.
Another channel.
I don't want to talk about it.
When will you know about that?
Soon.
Soon.
I promise I'll tell you.
Okay. And you were inducted into the
that's
Academy
nice.
of Medicine.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's
because,
big-time stuff,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I'm not a physician, and you have to be voted upon. And what I love is, despite the fact that I'm having a lot of fun, you see that, that I also just published a chapter in a medical textbook, which means that I'm continuing keeping my academic credentials and the other stuff.
Okay.
You know that they love you at that college that I mentioned before.
We'll mention it again.
Zhivago. Oh, they're going to be
Upstate
very
New York.
happy because you wore a T-shirt.
That's right. I'll wear almost anything. Are we gonna do audience questions now? Is that what we're doing here? We'll go to a commercial, and then you're gonna answer some questions from our studio audience. This will be a lot of
I'd
fun.
love
Okay, come on back, folks. After this, we'll talk with after this. Welcome back to the show. I'm Regis Philbin. This is Cindy Garvey.
I'm in good company today.
Doctor, we have questions here from our studio audience.
Right.
And they have asked questions here for you to answer, much like you do on your radio show, which now goes all over the world. This comes to us from a 20-year-old female. And it says, Dr. Ruth, what do you do if a girl gets as far as the bedroom and you change your mind? How do you get out of it? How does a girl, I guess, gracefully call the deal
By
off?
just saying N-O, no. And she can even say, David, she can say, look, I really like you. I love the way the two of us kissed and hugged and touched and necked and petted. And I have decided not to go further. And she should just speak up and say, no. Now, David, if he drops her because of that, if he just says goodbye and
Adios, you're a ghost, you're a
right,
vapor.
then she's a very lucky woman.
That's right, because it wouldn't have worked out anyway. But I think the point here is maybe what if this woman is willingly and maybe even initiating some of this activity, and then later, you know?
Then he should say, what did you say before about the ghost?
Adios?
Goodbye? Yes, right.
Yeah, your history and your
If
vapor.
she teased him,
Teased him.
if she did, if she
Yeah.
just teased him and made believe, and then at the very last moment, when he's very sexually aroused, then she changes her mind. And if she really started to tease him, then he should say goodbye.
Letter number 2. Or these aren't actually letters. These are from our studio audience. What do you think? This comes from a 22-year-old female. What do you think of the new contraceptive sponge? Do you think it's safe? And what would be better if you don't think that's safe?
Until we have more data available.
More what?
Data. Scientifically.
I'm sorry.
That's
That's
all
me
right.
being stupid.
That's
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm
David?
sorry. More data available. You're right.
Until we have more data available, I am telling people to use a condom. Did you know that condoms now come in all different colors? They can be matched to pocketbooks. And a diaphragm. I am not saying if we have more data collected and if it does become clear that it is safe, then maybe I'm going to change my tune. Right now, I'm saying until we have a better contraceptive, a condom and a diaphragm.
They come in colors? You don't. The thing I hate worst of all is clashing with the wallpaper. So this is colors. Oh, here we have another question about the G spot. Where that kind of came and went, didn't it, so to speak? Stop it! Stop it! Oh no! Wait a minute. I know. Please. I know. You're right. You're right. I'll take myself out of the game.
No, I want you to stay
How
in
do
the
you
game.
feel about the G-spot controversy? A 27-year-old female.
Right. I am saying it's good that she asked it. Because I am saying the same thing that I said about the sponge. We don't have data yet. And you know what? I already hear women saying to their husbands, "You stupid, you don't find my G-spot." Or they say to me, they have now tried for 2 months and they can't find it.
Yeah.
Until, you know, for those who might not know what it is, it's they say, those people who talked about
Now, do you
the G-spot.
believe that it exists?
I am saying I don't know yet. They say that there's a spot right next to the urethra, inside the vagina, a Grafenberg spot, if properly stimulated, would bring about a different kind of an orgasm, even an ejaculation. I'm saying we have enough problems with those things that we know about.
That's right.
And let the G-spot people bring us good data.
Yeah.
Scientifically collected.
That's right.
Then we'll talk about
If people know about it and can get to it, fine. If you can't, don't worry about it.
Right.
Okay. All
Right.
How are we doing for time? This comes to us from a 36-year-old male. I'm a 36-year-old male, so maybe this will be something that we can relate together about.
You know, I never ask personal questions.
Would you like to ask me a question?
No.
Oh.
You know why? Because I don't want you to ask me a personal question. That's why.
I think that's a good policy. As the parent of a teenage son, I'm concerned with the problem of just how old he should be before I should give him consent to engage in a sexual relationship. This is a good
Fabulous
question. Sure.
You shouldn't give him consent at all, because you should educate him from the very early childhood on, and then when that teenager is, I don't know, 18, 19, 20, whatever his age, he has to make his own decision. He should not go to a mother or a father and say, "Dad, tonight, can I try it for the first time?" Our youngsters' sex life is their business, and parents' sex lives is our business.
Yeah.
And the foundation of what ought to be done and when and how ought to wait until the night of the wedding should be laid. That foundation has to be laid much earlier.
Okay. All right. We don't have time for another one. Okay. All right. Ruth, it's nice to see you again.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much for
Thank
being
you,
here.
David.
Ruth
Thank you.
Westheimer, folks. Stay right there a second. We're going to change this, all right? How many of you would rather have the woodland scene or the woodland scene? Or the skyline of Chicago? Chicago? Okay, we're going to change this to the skyline of Chicago. Get rid of that awful looking thing there. Thank you very much, Ruth. I'm glad things are going so well for you. Thanks for being here. We'll be back, folks. Teri Garr. No, you don't need to run off. Welcome back to the show, folks. Tomorrow, comedian actress Andrea Martin will be here. Pitcher Gaylord Perry and winners of the Harvest Moon Ballroom Dance Contest, Rick Detries. That can't be his name, is it? Rick. We don't know. Rick Dieters, Detries, and Bob Smith will be here tomorrow, the man who won that contest. Also, he'll be here with Ann Kane, they dance champions. Also tomorrow, you're going to want to circle your TV guide for this. Larry Melman is going to the Port Authority here in New York City to greet travelers as they arrive from all over the United States. That'll be tomorrow. All right, this is the middle of the show, and traditionally we do some bit of comedy at this point. Now, we need your vote. We could either do a piece of comedy called My Neighborhood. It's funny photographs, and then I read little stupid captions on the back of them. Or we could get Larry out here, put him in a bear suit, and let him wander the halls of NBC. Okay, we'll do the card piece. All right, is Larry ready? Larry, come on out, pal. Larry Melman.
Hi, David.
Here you go. Larry, why don't you go ahead and strip down? I'll get the talc. Eric, come on out, and this is Eric Anthony, folks. He's going to assist Larry in dressing.
Yeah.
First, he's taking his shoes off. Have you ever worked in a bear suit before?
No, David.
Are you excited about this?
Yes, David.
And you're going to the bus terminal tomorrow, huh?
Yes, David.
Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
How are we doing there?
Well,
Now, when
it's
you get out in the hall, we just want you to go out and kind of mingle with the rest
Okay.
of the folks here at NBC.
Ready for that.
I have the head.
Leave it there.
All right.
Okay, is he about set?
About set.
Okay, here we go. There's the head. This is bulletproof comedy here, folks. This is you might want to wake the neighbors if you haven't already. Now, can you see in there okay?
Yeah, I can see out of one eye, yeah.
If you see Teri Garr, apologize to her again for us, won't you?
sure.
All right.
Sure.
You all set?
Sure.
Okay, let me help you down here.
Okay.
Paul, can you... Paul? Could we have just a little piano music here? There's Larry. Marty, how you doing? Terry, we're very sorry about this.
Well, hello there. How are you? Good to see you. Hi. Hello. How are you?
Hi, Dave.
Hello, everybody.
Larry, can you hear me?
What am I going to do now?
It's certainly a proud moment for the Peacock, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Now, wait a minute. What's he doing? Oh, he's coming back in. Why is he coming back in?
Hello. Good to see you there.
Somebody get the tranquilizer gun. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay. All right. And he's coming back into the studio. Well, fine. I think we got our money's worth on the rental for the suit, don't you? Larry, come on back in. Wait. That was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Are you all right? All right, then tomorrow... Nice job, Larry. Oh, bless his little heart. We'll be right back with Teri Garr. Go on back out there. We've had that idea for about 7 months where we put Larry in the bear suit and turn him loose.
And I think it was well worth the wait.
Yeah. I think the key phrase there was, what do I do now? Too bad that hadn't occurred to any one of us prior to tonight's show, but although I guess we still could show you these. These are those crazy cards we talked about. This is old man Van Keller owns the local department store, and his 4 boys are spoiled rotten. They can't even have a snowball fight without showing off their oh-so-expensive private armored division. What do we do now? All right, let's bring out our... this is a wonderful person. We're always happy when she's on this program. A fine actress and a lovely person. She has delighted audiences in such films as Tootsie and Mr. Mom, and will soon be seen on the Hallmark Hall of Fame's production of Winter of Our Discontent. Please welcome Teri Garr. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. How are you? You look, oh God, I'm sorry. Well, your ring. I'm sorry. I squeezed it a little harder than I should have. I'm awfully sorry.
A little over anxious, aren't you, Dave?
I'm eager, and I don't want you to be upset. Nice to have you on the show again.
It's nice to be back.
The Hallmark Hall of Fame. This is a very prestigious thing for you, isn't it?
You think so?
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. I'm impressed.
Winter of Our Discontent? Mm-hmm. And tell me about that. This is a famous play, isn't it?
No. Did you go to college or what?
Well, I went to Ball State, so that's...
Oh, that's right. Ball U. That's what it's called. Ask Dr. Ruth.
Ball State University,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the Ball brothers founded it.
You know, my mother is not going to ever speak to me again.
Why?
First, I did a sketch on Saturday Night Live about the contraceptive sponge. Now I'm on this with Dr. Ruth, bless her heart, and looking for the G-spot and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now I say what I just said.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. The winter of our discontent is, I might as well talk about it since this is the end of my career.
No.
Okay, all right.
Now, what do you mean it's the end of your career? Why do you say that?
Well, you know, many people advised me not to do this show.
Now this hurts. This hurts me deeply. Now, who told you? Who told you not to be on the show, and why?
Most professional people that are in the business said for me not to do it, that I was spreading myself too thin.
Oh, that's silly.
Sort of becoming like the whore of Babylon. I'm doing all the shows and stuff.
No. Now, the last time you were on the show, it's been 4 months at least.
No, it hasn't. It was a month or so. But anyway, most people told me not to do it. The only person, my doctor advised me to do the show. So, so I'm doing
Based
it
on
better.
what? Why did you go
For
to the
my
doctor? Are
health.
you feeling ill?
Well, please don't ask.
Oh, not feeling well?
No, I'm feeling fine. All right, look. Now it's the can of peas that's opened up. I might as well spill it.
Okay, please
I
do.
had these things called lipomas removed from my body.
Ooh.
It's completely stupid to talk about, but that's so I went to a doctor to have him look at it. I went to several doctors.
It's nothing serious, is it?
No, it's nothing serious, and I'm sorry that you brought it up. But when you say, "Oh, we're at the doctor, and let's not talk about it," then it becomes much bigger than it should.
That's right.
Yes.
So I've done it again. I've screwed this up, haven't I? Yeah.
But anyway, he thought that I should come on this show, and boy, was he wrong.
No. Now, come on. Now, it's all
I'm
right.
being mean, aren't I? There's no reason for me to be quite so hostile to you.
Well, I get the feeling the last time, especially, that you don't like being on the show. You don't like me, and now are you? Whoa.
Sorry. Just checking.
I have some lipomas I'd like you to look at. Now, even they're moaning back there, so it's out of control. But you're not mad at me, are you?
No. I guess not. I mean, you only can do what you can do. I'm sorry. Let me now talk about whatever I'm supposed to plug here.
Okay, but just let me say that I think you're one of my favorite actresses.
Really?
And I love you on this show and anything you do. I thought you were terrific in Mr. Mom. And
Oh, yeah, thanks.
yeah.
I mean, thanks. I just feel like, boy, I didn't take losing the audience contest that well, to tell you the truth. I think, I come out here and talk about my career and me, and I. People don't care. They'd rather see sex stuff and G-spot and teenage boys and, I don't blame you. If I'd vote for that, too. So, but anyway, I took it sort of personally. Anyway.
Well, you shouldn't. We're just goofing around, having fun, trying to have fun.
Yeah, I know.
We're doing the best we can.
I loved Larry Budd and the...
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? Now, Mr. Mom turned out to be the hit of the decade, the runaway hit of the smash hit of the decade.
It's so shocking, isn't it?
Well, no, it's you and Michael deserve that, don't you think? It was a nice movie. Did you ever see the movie, by the way?
No. Oh, that's right. The last time I was here,
Last
it was
time you
just
were here,
coming
you
out.
had not seen the movie.
I saw half of it.
Really?
Yeah. And then I fell into a deep sleep. I wasn't awakened for 3 or 4 days.
Now, do you see Michael much? Do you see a lot of him?
Well, actually, on my way here, he sat next to me on the plane. It was just an accident, coincidence, and we came together on the plane.
Uh-huh.
And never mind. Anyway, it's that doctor. Oh. No. Do you ever fly on the, I'm going to try and get out of this. Did you ever fly on American Airlines?
Oh, yeah.
It's a favorite.
I've flown
in
them.
first
They
class-
did me a huge favor last time I was on that airline. You probably can't say that, but they did.
They did? What'd they
Yeah.
do?
Well, I was flying with my dogs, and halfway we were over Denver, and I was worried that the dogs didn't get on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I contacted the stewardess, and she said, well, let me go up and talk to the captain. And the captain went up, and while he should have been flying the plane, he radios back to New York to inquire about my dogs. I thought that was great.
That is great.
A 600,000-pound jetliner, and he's talking about my dogs. I thought that was great.
That is great.
Yeah. Okay, well, Terry, we have to go away for a commercial.
What?
A commercial, but
Okay.
we'll be right back. You bet. Thank you. Terry has just written me this note. A novel by John Steinbeck. Stupid. Thank you. I stand corrected. I'm sorry about that. Now, this is the winner of our discontent. Now, tell me, I'm sorry to interrupt you about your airplane story. You and Michael are on this airliner flying. Where are you going?
From L.A. to New York.
Yeah.
He's here doing a top secret job, something
Whoa.
for the government and Woody Allen. And I know it's strange, but anyway, I was going to tell this funny story, and now it seems like it's probably not that funny, but they serve, they have at the end of a, oh, it's so, I can't do this stuff.
What's the matter?
Well, I mean, I think of stuff that I'm going to say, and then when I'm much better when I don't plan it. People say, you should plan what you're going to say. When I plan what I'm going to say, I feel like, okay, here I'm going to say a story.
Well, it's fine. It's going along just fine.
Oh, I can tell. It's just going along fine. Well, anyway, they serve ice cream at the end of the dinner on the plane, and it always says the ice cream festival.
Right.
So Michael and I were very happy that we were in time for the ice cream high school. You see how I can't do it? We were in time for the ice cream festival, and some of the jokes that we made up about it were, after they have the ice cream festival, they have a conga line through the plane about the ice cream, and the ice cream festival is a result of the great ice cream wars of 1810 that lasted for 3 days, and now they have this festival on American Airlines. That's all. There you go. I'm no good at that.
No, that's great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm encouraged. I'm very encouraged.
Oh, that's good. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Now, I read something about you this afternoon that I thought was sweet and also kind of sad. Your mother is has been most of her life a wardrobe mistress,
Yes.
right? So she's worked in show business on and on and on.
Oh,
And when
yeah.
you were a kid, she provided you with clothing, didn't she?
Sometimes she did, yes. She's not speaking to me anymore, though, after tonight.
Oh, Mom will get over that, don't you
I'm
think?
not sure.
What kind of stuff would she give you to wear?
Well, one particular thing that she got me to wear, this was borrowed clothing. She used to work on the Dinah Shore show, and I was going to my high school prom, and I really wanted to wear one of those dresses from Lerner's like all the other girls were wearing. They were sort of these net dresses,
Sure.
strapless, beautiful thing.
I have one.
I'm sure you do. But she borrowed this Christian Dior dress from Dinah Shore's closet. Dinah Shore never knew, and I wore it to my prom.
Yeah. Now, that's probably, as a kid, exhilarating and in some way not so exhilarating.
I didn't want that. I wanted, a dress, a jerky dress.
Yeah.
And especially since I had to give it back.
Any other dresses that you wore from other
No,
folks?
I'm not so crazy about that story either. It's not that thrilling. You know what I would like to know about, you live here in New York?
Well,
Yeah, of course you do, because you do this show here. Why are they, no, you may not know this across the country, but in the South Bronx in New York, it's very, it looks like Dresden after the bomb. It's just a mess. And I've been seeing this thing on the news every night about they're going to the South Bronx and they're putting decals in the windows and flower pots and stuff. Now, to make it look like people live there or something. Do you know anything? Why are they doing that?
Well, there was a consideration for allocating a sum of money to put up these facades so that people would not be, as you suggested, depressed when they looked at what is not a thriving community now. And they thought by doing so, now there's not a bad reason for it, but they thought by doing so that people would say, oh, I see, it's okay and it's being renovated and we can invest in this area. They thought they would be tricked into investing. But the problem is, if you're going to take the money just to put up the decals, why don't you take the money to actually fix up the area?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been at that meeting where someone, like 12 people are sitting around a table and someone suggests, we'll trick them. We'll have a big news conference about how we're going to trick them.
Yeah.
And everyone went, yes, good idea. Let's go to lunch. No one thought about it. It amazes me about life.
Well, I don't know if has that been rescinded? Has that gone through?
They're
are
doing
it.
it. They
How
continue
much
to
money
pour
are they
money
spending?
into this.
All right. Well, we'll be back with Lawrence Spivak here on Meet the Press in just a minute. We have to go away, Terry. Hi, welcome back. Terry and I are having the most fun. Now, will you come back and please be on the show? You're not steamed again, are you? No. Did you? This, of course, is the Academy Award-nominated Teri Garr. Oh, you're in a new movie soon, aren't you? Oh, the winner of our discontent.
Yeah, it's on TV. On the TV.
Yeah, this is now.
December 6th on some other channel.
And it's a Hallmark Hall of Fame presentation. Mm-hmm. Well, that's nice of you.
With Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland. You liked him, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Also, thanks to Teri Garr and our own Larry Millman. And we have, Paul, thank you very much for all your help. And Mr. Bill Wendell, our announcer. Now, we have one more bit of voting. Is that correct? Am I doing this properly? Terry, you may vote along if you like.
Why, thank you, David.
Instead of running our regular closing credits for the program tonight, this has been a custom-made show. What the audience wants, they get.
I was watching.
Oh, I see. All right, you have a chance to vote here now. We're going to show the names of each member of our studio audience. Or we're going to just end the program early and let everybody go home.
No contest.
No, it's not a contest. All right, how do we do this? Is everything ready to go for this? Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow night. Who's here tomorrow night? Andrea Martin from SCTV and Gaylord Perry. Have a good night, folks. Thank you very much for helping us.